Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of the Planning Pulse. I'm Stacey Robins, the Head of Planning and Environmental Services here at Wealden, and in today's episode I'm going to talk to you about potential changes to permitted development rights. But before that, if you haven't listened to episode 2, follow the link below and listen to Nicola Waters and Sam Balachula explain the emerging Wealden local plan. As you'll know, we're out to consultation on this emerging strategy, and we're running a series of in-person consultation events that actually began on Saturday the 23rd in Hailsham, but over the coming days the team are out in person in some of the towns and villages. Monday the 25th we're at Maresfield Village Hall, and that's between 2 and 8. The following day, Tuesday the 26th, we're at Polegate Community Centre, which is on Windsor Way, and that's between 2 and 8. And then Saturday the 13th of April, the team are at Uckfield Civic Centre, which is Uckfield Town Council offices in the centre of Uckfield, and that's between 10 and 4. That's just a snapshot of the in-person events. There are a series more that actually run until Saturday the 4th of May, where it closes in Horham. A link below to all of those consultation events, dates and addresses. But do please pop along to speak to the team. We're officers available to answer all questions in relation to the emerging plan, including how to interact on the consultation portal. But as I say, the main topic for today's Pulse is government consultation, which is actually currently running on changes to permitted development rights. Consultation is running until the 9th of April and proposes to change the general permitted development order, particularly in relation to what you can do to your house and on land and buildings around your house. And I thought it would be helpful to just run through those changes to explain the potential implications. So the key changes proposed include, number 1, changes to permitted development rights, which enable you to improve or enlarge your property. These householder permitted development rights are not new. They've been around for a very long time. And the government is consulting on changes to enable householders to carry out even further works to improve, extend or alter homes without express planning permission. Consultation proposal allows homeowners to build certain larger extensions, and some of the proposals include A. Larger single-storey rear extensions. So for a detached house, a proposal is to increase the maximum depth of a rear extension from 4 to 5 metres. That's the depth of projection into the garden. Then for all other houses, an increase in the depth of permitted development rights from 3 to 4 metres. Then in relation to B, 2-storey rear extensions, an increase on the maximum depth to no more than 4 metres. But then also a change in the limitation that extensions should be a minimum of 7 metres from the boundary of the curtilage, which is opposite the rear wall of the house being enlarged, so that it only applies if the adjacent use is a residential one. So this limitation would not apply where the adjacent use is non-residential. The consultation also proposes to allow flexibility for loft conversions and alterations, additions and alterations to the roof, and flexibilities to permit bin and bike stores, these sort of ancillary features in people's front gardens. Now, at the moment, it is actually a requirement for planning permission to extend in front of the principal elevation, which divides the property and a road. And so those ancillary outbuildings could potentially be permitted development, and maybe you think that that's a good thing. Just in relation to loft conversions, at the moment there is a cap on the volume of the size of a loft alteration, so a so-called dormer extension, and it depends if the property is in a protected landscape or if it is a detached property or semi-detached or terraced. But the government is consulting on abolishing the volume, so there would be no overall cap on the size of a facilitating alteration, and is also proposing to allow homeowners to increase the ridge height of loft extensions, allowing a projection upwards to enable more people to benefit from a loft conversion where there is currently a problem with the height that is secured in your loft conversion. So as you can see, if that comes to pass and the government does introduce that potential change, there are implications visually and from a design point of view on what properties would look like. Now, maybe your views are that that is acceptable and people should be able to make those changes to their properties, or maybe you feel that that is a step too far and the current limitation prohibiting increases above the ridge is a sound one and people shouldn't be able to project above that. Whatever your views are, government is out to consultation. This is a public consultation, so it's not just a consultation with councils and planning authorities. So anyone can respond to this consultation, and it runs until the 9th of April this year. So there's a little while still to run. I'll put a link in the comment section below so you can interact with that consultation if you wish to do so. There are some other changes in relation to changes to the NPPF and strengthening the policy on brownfield land, and some other matters in relation to towns and cities which are outside Wealdon, so I won't go through those because that would be irrelevant for those listeners to the Pulse. That's it for today's episode. I hope that's helpful. Do please, as ever, leave a comment below, and certainly we are welcoming ideas for future Pulse episodes, so if you've got an idea on what you would like to hear, please also use the link below. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again on another episode of The Pulse. Bye for now.